Picture this. You're sitting in the home you've poured your life savings into, absolutely certain it's yours. But what if you could uncover hidden truths about your dream property in Marin County with just a few clicks? Or better yet, what if you needed to verify that your home is actually still legally yours? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how to look up property deeds in Marin County to protect your biggest asset. We'll explore the tools available, the step-by-step process, and why understanding the boundaries, easements, and ownership details on your deed is just a totally critical skill for any property owner.
Now, I know it sounds unbelievable, but we really need to start with this exact question. Property deed fraud is quietly becoming one of the fastest-growing white-collar crimes in the entire country. A property deed, is the official legal document that proves ownership. What happens in these fraud cases is that a fake deed is recorded against a property, literally transferring ownership on paper. And in many cases, the rightful owner just goes about their daily life, completely unaware that a deed was recorded changing the legal ownership of their very own property. Crazy, right?
So to make sure you've got all the tools you need, we'll quickly cover the deed fraud threat, where the Marin County recorder is located, searching the indexed, navigating fees and copies, accessing historical records, and finally, protecting your rights. Let's get right into it. Section 1, the deed fraud threat, a growing white-collar crime. Assessor Recorder Shelley Scott hits the nail on the head here regarding an urgent trend. We've seen this in other parts of California, like down south, where rightful owners are being forced to spend massive amounts of money in legal fees just to resolve these fraudulent ownership transfers, all after being harassed by criminals. The goal here is to be proactive. We want to stop the victimization before it turns into a wildly expensive legal battle. And District Attorney Lori Fergoli points out something really chilling. The perpetrators aren't always faceless strangers or sophisticated crime syndicates. Sometimes, homeowners are victimized by the people closest to them. We're talking friends or even family members who already have access to their personal information. To put this into perspective, out of California's 58 counties, Marin actually has the highest percentage of seniors. This demographic reality means Marin is home to a lot of long-term, generational homeowners who've built up massive amounts of equity in their properties over the decades. And unfortunately, that makes them prime targets for financial elder abuse through deed fraud. Moving on to Section 2, the Marin County Recorder, and exactly where to look. You've essentially got two main options for looking up a deed in Marin County. First, you can literally walk right into the physical location at room 232 in the famous Frank Lloyd Wright designed Civic Center on Civic Center Drive in San Rafael. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. But if you'd rather do your digging from the comfort of your own couch, you can use their digital location, the online grantor/grantee index. That simply means you can search by the name of the person transferring the property or the person receiving it right through the court's e-portal. Section 3, searching the grantee index, step by step. You can actually bypass title companies entirely and verify ownership yourself in 3 easy steps. Step 1, you just access the online tool or use a lobby kiosk. Step 2, let's say you're looking up your own home. You'll search your exact legal name. You want to see every single document tied to it, including deeds or mechanics liens. And step 3, carefully review the results. Keep an eye out for any new mortgage or ownership change you don't immediately recognize. Now just keep in mind that the online index only reflects documents that have been officially submitted for recording. Next up is Section 4, navigating fees and copies. Here's what to expect. Nobody likes surprise fees, right? So here is exactly what the recorder's office charges. If you're recording a document, it's $14 for the first page and $3 for each additional page. If you just want to order official copies of an existing deed, it's $4 for the first page and $2 for each extra page. Need it officially certified under seal, which, by the way, is often required for legal proceedings? You just add a $4 certification fee per document. Oh, and one common pitfall to avoid if you're filing a document. It absolutely must be on standard 8.5 by 11-inch paper with very specific margins, including a 2.5-inch margin at the top of the first page. If your document is non-standard or the print is too small, they'll hit you with a $1 penalty fee. Also, make sure all documents are totally legible and printed in ink because original signatures are required. And here's a quick practical tip that's going to save you a few bucks. Paying with plastic comes with a surcharge. If you use a credit or debit card in person, by mail, or by fax, there's a flat $7 service fee per transaction. Ordering online, that's a 2.35% service fee. But you can completely dodge these extra charges by simply paying with a check, money order, or an e-check online. Section 5, accessing historical land records. Let's take a look back. For the genealogists or history buffs tuning in, you can track property and family history way back to the very origins of the state. Land records in Marin County actually begin in 1834. Probate and court records kick off in 1850, which is the exact year Marin County was established as one of California's original 27 counties. Marriage records begin in 1857, and birth records start showing up in 1868. Furthermore, if you're looking for even older, more delicate records from these specific date ranges, the California State Archives holds microfilm copies of these Marin County historical documents. This includes the Great Register for early voter registration, plus early bonds, letters, and wills. These are just incredible resources for uncovering the hidden truths of the past.
Finally, Section 6. Protecting your property rights with proactive steps.
So how do we actually stop fraud before it drains your equity? Local officials recommend these exact preventative measures. Check the online tool often. If you own an unoccupied property, check it frequently so someone doesn't illegally occupy it or claim it. When you travel, have someone you trust watch the house. And whatever you do not let your mail pile up. Fraudsters specifically look for signs of an empty home. Crucially, make sure the assessor and tax collector have your correct mailing address. If you suddenly stop receiving your property tax bill, that is a massive red flag that someone might have changed the address on file to intercept notices of their fraudulent activities. See something wrong? Report it to the DA immediately. Now, the good news is the county is stepping up to help out with a new local program. They will automatically notify property owners by letter whenever a document regarding an ownership transfer is filed with the recorder's office. A really common question is, what if I get one of these by mistake? Well, if you know about the transfer, say you just sold or refinanced your house, you don't need to do a thing. But if you do not recognize the transfer, you need to act fast and contact local police or the DA's Real Estate Fraud Division immediately. I'll leave you with this provocative thought as we wrap up this explainer. Your home is likely your biggest financial asset, literally the foundation of your family's equity and security. So shouldn't you take just 5 minutes to verify its security today? Just a quick reminder, this explainer is strictly for informational purposes only. If you uncover anything suspicious during your search, or if you have specific legal concerns about property deeds, mechanics liens, or potential fraud, please consult with the DA's Real Estate Fraud Division or a qualified legal or real estate professional. Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer, and happy searching.